Okay, welcome back everybody. Now, before we pound out our meat, our chicken, we're going to make the glaze. And here I have about 1/3 of a cup of the brown sugar. We're just going to put it into this little bowl here. And then I have about maybe 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, which I put inside here, and I showed it to you. Okay, and there it is in the little bowl. Okay, so go ahead and put that brown sugar in there, and then we're going to add about, let's see, about a teaspoon of the ginger paste. Okay, so let's add a teaspoon of that, because that's kind of equivalent to how much you would need in the recipe here. So there's a teaspoon of that. We're going to put that in there, the ginger. Okay, you kind of want that flavor too. And then our honey, we're going to use about a heaping tablespoon of the honey. Okay, it's totally your preference. You can use the unfiltered honey, which is good. You can use that, but I'm actually using Winnie the Pooh honey. Okay, so it's just basically pure honey. Okay, but we gotta have some pepperness to this though. Remember, we want to get a pepper flavor, so what we're going to do is we're going to add peppercorn medley to it. And I think we should probably get a spoon versus the brush, because we will be brushing this on the meat. But before, we're not going to brush it on the meat now. We're going to brush it on after the meat, while the meat's, just before we cook it. That's what we're going to do. Okay, and our Dijon mustard, so let's put about probably a tablespoon of that. Okay. Well, we got probably about a tablespoon of that. Okay. That Dijon mustard. Okay. Made a little mess here. For this. Let's do this. Okay. I just want to get our sauce ready, because we'll, like I said, we're going to cook it, kind of put it in and blend it in afterwards. But we're going to put the olive oil in the glaze, and also we're going to put it on the meat as well when we pound it out. So, you know, we're just talking, don't worry about the measurements, just kind of eyeball it. Maybe a tablespoon of the olive oil, or 1.5, not tablespoons, teaspoons, I'm sorry, about 1.5 teaspoons there. Okay, and then the other 1.5 we'll put on the meat. Okay, so then I thought, okay, it needs like a peppery kind of taste too, so let's put something in there of that. So I thought, okay, let's use peppercorn medley. So let's put a little bit of that in there. Okay, there we go. And just give it a little stir. Oh, and salt too. We do need salt. And I didn't show you in the beginning with the salt. I did put salt on the meat. So it's like totally your preference as far as the salt. I'll use sea salt, but you know, it's totally your preference. Okay, then you just kind of give this a swirl. Okay, so, and since we put and the garlic's in here raw, but it's, you know, it's gonna cook when we cook it. So we're gonna add a little bit more olive oil. Yeah, we're gonna add a little bit more, because we used about 1/3 cup of the brown sugar. So let's get that going. There we go. Okay, we're going to put this to the side, and then we're going to just go ahead and pound out our meat. So, you know, you don't want to bang it to death here. And like I said, some of you, you know, if you don't have a mallet, like I don't, I always use this because for the mallet, for tenderizing, we're not so much as tenderizing, we're just trying to make it, you know, evenly flat so it can cook faster. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pound it out here. I have some plastic wrap here that it's on, and it's also on a fiber top here. But we're going to pound that out, and then I'll kind of show you guys the consistency when we get it going here. So I have, what I've used is 1, 2, 3, 4 slices, individually wrapped, no hormones, and chicken breast, cage free. I use that. So we're just going to pound it out a little bit, and you get your plastic wrap. I don't know if you can see. Bring it down a little bit so you can see. Okay. So just get your plastic wrap, put it on top, and just start pounding it out. You just want to get it, you know, just to open a little bit here. And by doing this too, the flavors is going inside it, because we put the seasoning on the chicken while we're pounding it down. See, so it's just like marinating, you know, right here on top. Beautiful. Okay, so this is kind of what it looks like. Alright, let me show you guys what it looks like here. Get all the things there. You know, just kind of the consistency here. And that one's coming off the edge there. Did you see there? So that's how we got it going. Okay, so when we come back, we're going to get our skillet ready, because that's basically what we can do. We can do it all on top of the stove, or we can do both. You know, braise the meat a little bit and then bake it in the oven. Either way. But like I said, the garlic, so it's best to do it on the top stove, because the garlic's on the meat, or in the sauce raw, and then we're going to add the sauce after we start cooking the meat a little bit. Okay, so stay tuned. We'll be back shortly.